Previously on the Frontier Farmer. So it's in the Curavets first of all, and here it is in a nice Curavets matching yellow, and then we are mulching, and that is all nicely mulched now. Right, on to manure spreading. Oh, that new silo really does glimmer in the sunshine. Here it is, looking fancy. Nothing like a new equipment day. The moment of truth. Is it going to direct drill or isn't it? Squeezing through, let's get unfolded and waste no time to get started. Holy stones. There has been a plot twist in the field prep saga, but Stone End Field with sorghum in will also be ready next month to harvest, so we can see to that alongside getting our new field drilled. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Frontier Farmer at the Dark Forest. It's now September, and I've been taking a little stroll up to the watchtower this morning and taking a look out over the homestead, because we have some rain on the forecast, which is unfortunate, because if we take a look down here on Stone End Field, we see a nice orange sea of sorghum, which is ready to harvest now, but unfortunately the rain is due at some point this morning, so we're going to have to hold off the harvest till this afternoon. But that's okay, because we have a field that needs to be drilled, new field, and we asked Thomas if he could help us out last time, and yes, he's back at the sawmill now. I can see him there working away busily. But yes, he kindly volunteered to stone pick Newfield, which we cultivated, and it left quite a few stones because the new cultivator, which we selected for the Curavets, did go quite deep, and a lot of stones were pulled up, but the stones are cleared now. But unfortunately, we've had a flurry of pesky weeds, but not to worry, they will disappear once we get in the field with the new seed drill, which we're going to be trying out for the first time. Here it is, we parked it up, and yes, luckily there was no rain between last month and this month, so it's been okay parked out here. But the International 6200, it'd be nice to give this a go, and the reason we had to cultivate is because that drill is not a direct drill, so we needed to cultivate first, but that revealed some stones. Aha, yes, it looks like Thomas has left the International Harvester here, and we have some stones in there which we'll have to empty out at some point. But on to the Curavets so we can get on with drilling. And I think we are going to be putting wheat in that field. Oh, there we go. I do love it when this thing fires up into action. So we'll head on over to Newfield. We'll have to top up with fuel at some point. Potentially that's a good excuse for us to get a fuel tank on the homestead to make that nice and easy, so I don't have to fetch barrels or go over to the settlement for fuel. Right, we will nip in this way and grab our fantastic new seed drill. Well, fantastic is yet to be determined. We will see how it performs during its inaugural drilling, but we'll hitch up to it. Canola selected, which will change to wheat, as yes, we did intend to potentially drill canola last month, but thanks to the stones we were delayed, so Wheat is the next best thing in September to drill, and it's going to be more useful for chicken feed. So I'm thinking we will just orientate ourselves around here and make a start. I'm thinking I'm going to try and drill rows first and then finish up with the headland. So let's position here to start with, and we can switch on our new drill, lower away, and be on our way. Just drilling over those last little patches that I missed. We can shut off the drill now and get out of here. And boy oh boy, the rain has come in and is a little bit wet, which is unfortunate. But never mind, we will have to make do, and hopefully it will clear up fairly soon so we can get on with the sorghum harvest. But yes, it's been alright in the cab here because the Kiravet doesn't have any leaks, which is good. And yes, we will need to try and squeeze out of here to make sure we don't hit any trees, and I certainly don't want to be damaging the sugar beet crop. So I think we will try and weave our way back. In fact, I might park the drill in this little section here because yeah, we are a little bit stuck. And I think that is one negative about this drill, is it doesn't fold, which is funny because my last complaint about the previous drill was that it folds and is a little bit annoying, whereas this one is quite large and unfortunately does not work with the transport hitch. It just hugs the ground too low, so it ends up getting the tractor that is pulling it embedded in the ground and it just doesn't steer. So yep, a big negative for this drill, but it worked pretty well as a drill. And yes, another negative. Oh, yeah, I've just hit a tree. Another negative is that it can't direct drill. So I think for those two reasons, this drill will probably not be staying on the homestead. We'll probably use it for another field or two, but then we'll probably look to switch it for something that is going to do the job proper. Right, I have no option but to just park this in the trees somewhere without getting it too stuck. Right, let's back it in now. There we go, we've parked that there, and by stroke of luck, the rain has stopped. But it looks like there's some more rain on the horizon, so I better take a look and see what time that rain is coming in. But we can get the Kirovets parked up for now. Back into the shed, get the lights off and shut it down. So looking at the forecast, the rain has stopped and is not starting again till 3 o'clock. So we've got a good window to harvest, but it looks like we're in for potentially a wet autumn and a wintry Christmas and January. There's a lot of snow and rain on the forecast, which is interesting. Right, finally time to move the IFA, which has been in the way for a little while. We will go and fetch the grain trailer so we can deposit the sorghum into that, and then we'll be back to get the Neva Diva. Spin around and grab the trailer. There we go. Now everything does look a nice luscious green after there's been a bit of rain and the sun comes out. Does seem to sparkle differently. Right, there we go. Trailer got, and we can park this up somewhere over by Stone Enfield. I think we can nip into this gap here. There we go. Short jog back over to the harvester. And the Neva Diva is in this shed. And yes, I think I need to go round the back because there's not enough space against the wall. And we will need to detach the straw packing element on the back. So we can hop in and detach that now. There we go. Start her up. There we go, another piece of equipment that needs fuel. I think hopefully we should be able to place something that can distribute fuel in the homestead. Right, we want to get the header out. And yes, we don't need the straw packing attachment on the back because sorghum does not allow you to utilise the straw. There we go, I've just bashed the header against the post. Let's see if I can manoeuvre it out of here. There we go. Right, let's head over to the field. And I think this sorghum is going to be the first crop that goes in our brand new silo. I think we can just nestle the header trailer here for now and pick it up. Attached, there we go. And we want to turn the other way around because we need the auger pipe to face outwards. Okay, beacon off, fire up, and let's get harvesting. harvest done. And we got a little bit unlucky there. We just had a short row left, but we had 98% in the harvester, so we were not going to be able to complete it without unfilling just before now. But we will empty the remaining 12%, 374 litres. And I think the yield is looking pretty good based on what's in the trailer. And we have plentiful sorghum already, so this is going to add quite nicely. I think we have 17,000 litres already in the silo, which is good news. So that's going to keep our chickens and our horses well fed. Don't think we have any other use for sorghum. Could of course sell some, so yes, we might look to, but I think for now it's probably best us keeping plentiful stocks of oats, wheat, barley and sorghum for our chickens and horses. Now of course our pigs do need a little bit of grain as well, and they are also going to need corn, which is why we are leaving the corn to fully grow. We could forage harvest it this month because it is in the last stage of growth, but we are going to let it fully mature so we can harvest it as a corn seed, and that is going to then go towards our pig feed, and that should keep them well stocked for a good time into the future. So yeah, really we are not selling too many crops. Even the soybeans, which is normally a cash crop, we are looking to stock that as a protein for the pigs. And then the sugar beet that is in field number 4, I think we are going to be keeping that as stock for the pigs. So really all of our crop is going towards the animals, which is quite interesting. None of them are going to be going towards any sort of cash crop or to be turned into something else. So probably need to change that. I reckon after this season, once we've done all the harvesting, we can really look to do some sort of cash crops other than Newfield, where we've just drilled wheat. That will be a good stock of wheat and barley for the chickens. And then yeah, I think we're well stocked on every type of grain. Now it looks like I've parked the header on a little bit wonky, which is unfortunate, but it's probably not going to be too much of a problem. And I think that this is probably going to be the last harvesting season for the Neva Diva, sadly, because it's probably going to be time to upgrade the size of our harvester after this season, because we have Newfield, which is a big field. I'm planning to merge Burfield and Stone End Field into one, and I'm also thinking of merging Field 3 and 4 together as well, so we will need to see about getting a bigger harvester. But to harvest the corn, before we do part ways with the Neva Diva, we will need to see about getting a corn header for it, so I'll have to source that probably next month when the corn is ready to harvest, but I can at least give the distribution centre a heads up before then. A bit dirty, but yes, we're not going to bother cleaning it because we have another couple of harvests to do before then. A quick dash back to the IFA, see how much sorghum we have got. Go, some lovely sorghum stalks. We will have to mulch this using our new mulcher. Right, let's see how much we've got. Ooh, 15,000? Dead on? Wow. I think I need to buy a lottery ticket because I've never had it dead on the number. 15,000. 33%. That's feeling a little bit lucky. Maybe we've struck some luck on the homestead in the Dark Forest. But yes, we will get this emptied into the new silo, and I think I might go nab some of the other crop from the other silo that's near the chickens, because we kind of really want to be loading as much as possible into this new silo. Now we want to drive over the grate that's at the front here to deposit, and then we can drive under this section to the left to get any crops that we need to once we need to feed or sell crop or whatever it is we are doing. Loading up the trailer. Right, there we go, all 15,000 litres in there, and I will go and fetch the 17,000 litres odd of sorghum from the other silo. Look out, chickens. Right, just want to park under the pipe here. And hopefully this is going to fit. Yes, it does. Right. So we have 4,834 litres of wheat, 5,373 litres of barley. This is why we want to do a bigger wheat crop in Newfield to top that up. Then we've got 21,000 litres of oats. That is very good news for our horses. And no canola, but we've got 17,000 litres of sorghum. So I think we can get this all filled up in here and deposited into the new silo. Took a long time to fill that, but it is filled up now, so we can head on over here through our little shortcut and get this deposited as well. And yeah, I don't know whether we should move some of our other crops into it. I think I want to keep a small stash in that small silo, obviously for chicken feed and for horse feed and so forth. So I'll probably keep the rest in there for now, but just to make a bit of space, we'll put all the sorghum into this silo. And potentially we can get another small silo, maybe closer to the horses and pigs, so we can keep a little bit of all the bits of crop that they need. Fantastic, right, that's all in there, so we can park up the grain trailer for now. And I think it's on to mulching the sorghum stalks. As yes, we probably want to get them all chopped up before the rain does come in, as otherwise it might get a bit soggy. Okay, it's dropped off, and I think we can just leave the IFA there. And I've been saying about the need for a diesel tank on the homestead, and here we go, we have placed one, and I was debating where to place it. I didn't want to go too close to the silos over here where we have fertilizer, because fuel and fertilizer is probably not a good combination. But there we go, we have a fuel tank, so we can look to fuel up the Kirovets. And yes, we are going to need the Kirovets next to do the rolling. And when I say rolling, I mean the mulching. And yes, I will need to sell that grader and roller at some point. I will get round to it. Lots to do. Now we do need to have a shed reorg. Now I have ordered some diesel in, so that has been delivered. So we should be able to just refill from here. No, not this side. Maybe we need to be a bit closer. There we go, that's fueled up now. So we can spin round and go and get the roller. Oh, got to watch out for the fence. Don't want to be smashing that to pieces. The roller is here, so we can latch on and take that over to Stone Field. Wow, the homestead is forever changing. It has really grown since our first year on the frontier, and we've been here a few years now, and it really has established. It just boggles me how things have changed and grown, and now we've got some new companions here by way of the settlers and some of our workers. Tiniest slithers there to just catch up, and we can raise and hold away. Fantastic. Well, I really do enjoy using this roller slash mulcher. It is very good. It's got a nice wide base about it, so we can cover the ground. Would have taken me a long time to do this with the previous, I think it was a Matrot mulcher that does run off the PTO, whereas this just gets pulled, and our Curavets does a fantastic job pulling it, to be fair. And as those blades on the rollers touch the ground, they just chop up, mince up all of the stalks, and that contributes towards the yield of the next crop, which is good. But I'm debating what to do with that field, because we do have the opportunity to get it manure spread and drilled, but I'm not so sure on that drill, so I am thinking whether to save drilling it to another time. And there has been mention in the settlement, Lake Point, around potentially having some sort of tractor run or tractor fair, and that sounds very exciting to begin with. I look forward to the idea of that if people are keen, and that means we will need a field or a space to do certain activities and to park all the tractors on, so we can have a good little look at all the tractors. But yes, I imagine we will have to get a few tractors brought into the Dark Forest from the distribution centre, because not many of the settlers own tractors. But there has been even more talk about some of the settlers sort of clubbing together and making some farm space near Lake Point, which will be very interesting, and I think we could probably help them out by donating some of our older and smaller equipment, which will be good. Right, we'll park the Curavets up, and I think we'll probably get that field muck spread, because if we are going to do a tractor run or a tractor fair in the future, then I think we've got a couple of other fields that we could use. Of course, the corn is going to be harvested next month, and the sugar beets the month or two after that, so we have got other options to explore field wise. So yeah, let's get this parked up and we can look to manure spread. International is over here with the stones, so let me quickly get this emptied and we can switch to the muck spreader. Can you believe it? The rain is back already. Oh, it's been on and off all day, but luckily we have managed to get our wheat drilled in Newfield, and we've also managed to harvest our sorghum in between the gaps. Right, let's get this topped up. We've got just shy of 7,000 litres in here already, so I think we'll top it up. And from memory, I think Stone Enfield takes about 1.5 loads of manure to get it all muck spread. So let's fill up and get underway. Oh, this weather is not very nice at all. I am starting to slip and slide a little bit in the tractor because the ground is quite wet and slushy with all the sorghum stalks and now the manure on it too. So what a soggy afternoon. Right, I think we are done in that now, so we can go and get the manure spreader parked up, put it back under the shed because we don't want the manure in it to get too wet, otherwise it'll get all claggy. Right, you better get in under cover, Thomas. It is raining cats and dogs out here, but hopefully Artemus is alright and in the dry. Alright, let's park that up there and quickly get the tractor stashed away as well. I think we'll put it next to the pickup if we can squeeze it under there. In fact, I think we will put it in here next to the Neva Diva. That is a good shout. Oh, what terrible weather. I'm going to quickly do a little dash back to the homestead because it's very wet. Actually, I should probably check in on the animals. Yep, I'm going to have to brave the weather and check in on the animals, make sure they're all okay. Hello sheep, yeah, I'm sorry, it's very wet weather, haven't got anything under cover for you unless you all gather in under this shed. Oh, the piggies are loving it, they're rolling in all the wet filth. Now these big old girls, they don't mind the rain. And you guys are alright, aren't you? Yeah, you've got a little bit of a shed if you need to get under cover, and yeah, luckily the rain is filling up your water trough, that's handy. And I think these girls are happy in any weather, to be honest, but you can go in the warm if you need to. There we go, opened it up for you, so you can get in the dry. Well, this really is not what I expected of a September summer evening. I was hoping that we were going to be able to crack on and get Stone End Field re-drilled, but yeah, I'm not really up for drilling in this weather. But I am hoping that Artemus is alright. I can't see him. He's not where his little shack is, doghouse. So I wonder if he is having a swim. He does like to have a swim now and again. Artemus! Here boy! Just filled his bowl up for him. So maybe he's heard that and is going to come running at some point. Well, he's not out and about there, so hopefully he is safe wherever he is. Shake of all the rain. Oi! Artemus, you cheeky git! I was out there outside there looking for you. Oh, I guess I can't moan at you. You're only trying to keep in the dry. Well done. Good boy. Well, it's a wet summer's evening, so we will call it there for a day. But I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like me to do, then feel free to leave a comment. But all there's left to say is, I hope to see you again next time on The Frontier Farmer. And until then, catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.